Greetings, magical souls. I hope everybody out there is doing well. I have returned today with another video or another video with a container for our beautiful animal companions. And there will be this one, and then there will be another one that I'll release in about a week or so. Yeah, so the one that I'm going to release today is for pain, specifically for pain. So if your animal has maybe just had an injury, just had some kind of operation, and is even in other pain, so not just physical pain, can be emotional pain. Maybe you've lost another animal in your home and your current animal is grieving. So any kind of spiritual pain, that kind of thing. So not just limited to physical pain. So I've created this for people to use when and if they, need just something. Maybe it's in the middle of the night, your animal's uncomfortable. Could even be that your animal is aging and you know that they're not as comfortable as they used to be. So all these kinds of things. This container will be a little bit different from the previous one, in that what I will do is I'm going to open the container and then the energy will just run for about half an hour, and then there will be nothing at the end. So you can just play this for your animal, sit with your animal, whatever it is, but there won't sort of be any guided words and things going in as such. So the container will the video will be time stamped so that you can go into the container anytime you wish and maybe save it to a playlist if you find that it works for you, which I hope it does. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. The comments and people reaching out, as I said, from the other one have been absolutely amazing. And I hope that this one's even more powerful. So, and the next one that I'm going to release, I'll just get it out here, is because then the next container will just come out, is for fear and anxiety. So specifically for fear and anxiety, the next one can be used for events. So maybe like you've got there's going to be lots of fireworks and things like that, or you're going to have a family gathering and maybe you've got an animal that's not really comfortable around a lot of people. Any kind of fear, anxiety, if you've got an anxious animal, if your animal seems out of sorts, that the fear and anxiety one can be used with that, and it can be used before events, during events, and even after events. So the containers will be opened and a space will be held for the animals, and all the energy and the healing streams, all the codes, all those kinds of things will be infused into that container so that they can just absorb them where they're at and for their best and highest good. So that's really how I've set up the containers, and why they have quite specific intentions, because I'll be sending different codes and different frequencies through on the various different containers. I keep wanting to call them a meditation, and then it's like I imagine an animal going, which meditation should I use? And it doesn't quite work. So I've just got to get used to container. So, and just to explain the difference between this fear and anxiety one and the pain one compared to the first one that I brought out, is that the first one is really more about a releasing of energies and a releasing of anything that the animals are holding on to, either with cosmic events happening like the solar flares and that, and all that energy that's coming in, that's as hard on their bodies as it is on ours, but also if they are carrying energies for the humans that are struggling to dealing with the energies as well. So that first one is great for you and your animal. I'm not saying you won't benefit from these next two containers, but they do have a different intention. And that first one is really very much about releasing, grounding in those energies, and just releasing any kind of overwhelm energetically for them, with regards to energies. And of course, that other one can even be used, the first one that I put out, can even be used if the if you feel that the animal needs some kind of energetic clearing, maybe you've had people staying in your home or something like that, or you've had an event in the home where everybody has become quite overwhelmed by whatever it is that they're dealing with. And the animals in our home then carry a lot of that stuff for us. So that's really where that first container can be used. So just explaining the differences between the three. So I hope that your animals just absolutely love this, and I'd love for you to share any feedback. And please do let me know in the comments if there's any other conditions or things that you might like to have a container put out on. I am going to be doing some little paid group healing events, which I will announce in the upcoming weeks, just to gauge how much of a how much interest there is in that kind of thing, and where we can dive a little bit deeper, and we might work on certain body parts of the animal and really go in. Might do some quite intensive chakra balancing in those. I'd like to include some messages from the animals, have a little Q&A at the end, that kind of thing. Just really feeling it out at the moment. But those will be still at a reduced cost from having a one-on-one with me, and it'll be a space where we can all get together, get in the container, you can be there with your animals, and I think it's going to be quite magical, because I don't think, as far as I'm aware, there's nothing really out there like that for group sessions, and it just seems to be that veterinary costs and all these things are just rising around us. So I would like to offer something to the collective where, I can still sort of earn an income to keep my roof over my head, but perhaps it's not as much as having a one-on-one with me. So I will announce those on my YouTube channel and my Instagram page when I'm ready to go, and we'll try one out, and I'll just see if what the interest is like for those. So I'm quite excited for all these new developments. I've been a bit in hermit mode while I've been trying to process and flesh out all these ideas that I have. But I think I'm finally there, and just now that I have kind of the legs of the structure that I want, I'm just going to allow it to unfold as it's going to unfold. So anyway, I do hope you enjoy this container. I hope your animal enjoys it even more, or your animals enjoy it even more. I do hope to be bringing you more like this in the future. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and wishing you and all of your animals an absolutely magical day.